India abstained on a US-sponsored UN Security Council resolution the other day, saying that it deplores in the strongest terms Russia's aggression against Ukraine. New Delhi said dialogue is the only answer to settling differences and disputes and voiced regret that path of diplomacy was given up. The resolution was not passed as permanent member Russia used its veto. In the 15-member UN Security Council, the resolution received 11 votes in favor and 3 abstentions, including by India, China and the UAE. India is deeply disturbed by the recent turn of developments in Ukraine. We urge that all efforts are made for the immediate cessation of violence and hostilities. India's permanent representative to the UN, Ambassador TS Tirumurti, said, explaining India's abstention. Dialogue is the only answer to settling differences and disputes, however daunting that may appear at this moment. It is a matter of regret that the path of diplomacy was given up. We must return to it. For all these reasons, India has chosen to abstain on this resolution, Mr. Tirumurti said. The draft resolution, co-written by the United States and Albania, was co-sponsored by several other nations including Australia, Estonia, Finland, Georgia, Germany, Italy, Liechtenstein, Lithuania, Luxembourg, New Zealand, Norway, Poland, Romania and the United Kingdom. As expected, Russia, a permanent member of the 15-member powerful Security Council, used its veto power and the resolution failed. Still, the debate offered the chamber an important opportunity to condemn President Vladimir Putin's decision to launch a full-scale offensive against Russia's neighbor. Let me make one thing clear, US Ambassador to the UN, Linda Thomas-Greenfield, said after the vote. Russia, you can veto this resolution, but you cannot veto our voices. You cannot veto the truth. You cannot veto our principles. You cannot veto the Ukrainian people. Russia, which currently holds the rotating Security Council presidency, will likely face another vote on a similar resolution before the wider UN General Assembly, which could be passed by a substantial margin, although it would be no binding. Make no mistake, Russia is isolated. It has no support for the invasion of Ukraine, said Britain's ambassador to the UN, Barbara Woodward. Meanwhile, the Indian government is making all possible efforts to evacuate Indians from Ukraine through its land border crossings with its neighboring countries. According to Foreign Secretary Harshvardhan Shringla, there were around 20,000 Indians in Ukraine, and of them nearly 4,000 have returned to India in the last few days. News Desk, Kaumudi Global.